All right, everyone, welcome to another awesome edition of the Hall of Healers. And today I have with me, IT engineer turned business owner, Manzoor, who joined our self-healing challenge with, challenges in overthinking and digestive issues. All right. And today in this interview, we are going to look at transformation of Manzoor. And I want you to watch this interview fully because Manzoor is someone who had quite number of challenges when he started. However, he was able to master them and take good amount of time to do that and actually make a habit out of it. So Manzoor, congratulations. Welcome to the
Thank
Hall of
you.
Healers.
Hello, Sachin. Thank you.
Yes. So Manzoor, let's look at your journey. All right. So let's get started there. So let me ask you this, Manzoor, like what were your biggest challenges you are facing in your, health before you joined the self-healing challenge?
Yeah. So prior to joining the self-healing challenge, so the primary area which I got stuck was about fear, overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
So these two things were haunting me, and these two things, refrained me from doing many of the valuable things, and was choking my time very in a very large manner. So these were, of course, I was considering as a biggest challenge, because I know that without these two things, like fear and overthinking, and procrastination, so all those things, if I remove from the equation, I can do a lot better. So that was the key thing, prior to joining this.
Got it. I got that. What you shared, that the fear, the overthinking, the procrastination was your biggest challenges in your mental health, and
Yes.
And I would assume, and I'm sure, that that would have caused issues with your digestive system as well.
Of course.
Am I right?
Yeah. Adding to that, that is the main thing that eventually I got to know from this session, and also through the one-on-one, discussion with you, and also like knowing about the body, like the elements, like vata, pitta, and kapha. So to know about what kind of a what kind of a body type we are, and what causes, and how it eventually everything boils down, and why it goes. So the ultimately the human body is matter of how the digest everything. That's why we typically call, if someone is doing a challenging task, or if someone is doing a bravery job, then we'll be telling what is your gut says, what's your gut feel. So why the term kind, like gut feel? So it is about even when we ride on a roller coaster, or when we wanted to when we do a near miss or something, we'll be feeling kind of a floral effect on our abdomen, our stomach. So there is something connected to that. So when we are disturbed, when we are like not caring about our sleeping pattern, or drinking habit, I mean the water consumption, or the balanced diet, or whatever, so it eventually affects the digestive system. When the digestive system goes bad, then eventually it impacts remaining other thing. It's kind of a deadlock. So one is impacting the other, and that again in turn getting impact the digestion system. So to eventually to have all those things corrected, we have to focus on our gut health.
Got it.
So that is through the food and other corrective actions in our behavioral stuff. So all these things were the key thing, and that was opening the mind. So that's why I was very much impressed, and also of course the weekly meetings on the touch time with the fellow the leaders. So everyone like giving a motivation, and of course with you, Sachin, I really wanted to thank Almighty to identify you to me in a right time, where I was like very much disturbed mentally, and also had kind of very much skeptical about where I'm, which path, which portion I need to choose, and getting stuck, even if it is small matter of thing, overthinking, and stopping there itself. So a lot of things I have come across.
Yes, powerful share, Mansoor, and I'm Really grateful that I was able to coach you, and thank you for being coachable there. Right. So Manzoor, I really get your challenges before you come to the self-healing challenge, right? So tell me one thing, Manzoor, like what motivated you to, work with me? There are so much information on fear, overthinking, diet, digestion on YouTube, and out there for free. But what made you, invest in yourself? What made you, work with Self Healers Hub and me? What motivated you?
Yeah. So today we are in the era of information.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of things. It's not about, if you once start looking into YouTube, or once you put on something on your browser, from that moment onwards you will get n number of informations flying around, and we do not know. There are a lot of plagiarism, and there are a lot of misleading stuff, and there is nothing kind of one size fits for everyone. So it is like, there are of course challenges, and the matter could be a little very meager thing, but someone will be writing up in such a way that, that's all, the whole life is gone. So something like that. It's like, it's like one who goes search for certain thing, then we will be again go to the next level, the next level, and the next level. It eventually takes away the peace of mind. So we wanted to have someone tapping on our back saying that, hey, you are in a wrong direction. It's not the way you have to do. Just, come back, let us discuss, a kind of a mentorship. So this mentorship is one thing which really made me to look after Self Healers Hub. And of course we can talk and ask about what and how and everything. So the information we are getting is from the kind of a very authentic person. So that is what really needed. It's a need, and it's a need of an hour. That's what I considered before joining this. So that's why I have joined this forum.
Got it. Beautiful, Manzoor. What I really got from you is about authenticity and
Of
about
course.
transformation and about mentorship. Three things you shared.
Yeah.
Authenticity, transformation and mentorship. These are three things which motivated you
Yeah.
to join self-philosophy and self-challenge. I really get that. And
Yeah.
I really see transformation in you. All right. So let's
Yeah.
on that topic, let's go into the transformation, Manzoor. Like, what are your top transformations you had in your mental health and in your digestive health once you jumped into the self-healing challenge?
Yeah. So by nature, I'm a person, kind of a type A personality, who would be like, even my job and my interest area right from my childhood is like, to find the root cause of whatever the things. Even if it is a small material I get in my childhood, I'll be deeply thinking like, how it is made and what are the material involved in that one. Why not this be in a different form? All those things I'll be keep on doing. And likewise, my job also into I'm from the electrical and electronics background. My work is also into in a kind of an allied firmware and the electronic stuff. So it is like, in a day in day out job, we'll be always looking after about what causes this issue and how can I fix this, or how can we make a build a different product. All those things, it's kind of more into deep analysis. If I am limiting that only to the job, there will not be any issue. But the same thing applied on my day-to-day life. Even if it is a small cough, I'll be thinking like, why I got this cough, what made my body to get this cough. Now, would that be the water causing this, or the atmosphere, or the dust, or this or that? So keep on thinking like that. What happens, a simple solution may be there, but I will be going in deep. So that again pulls the negative thoughts about the biggest enemy, the negative thought, which will be saying, hey, it looks like something unusual. So this negative thought again overcomes. It's like a small monster that grows and grows and grows like a big giant. So that was greatest kind of a setback I would like to say here. And that is the one big mammoth I transformed in my life through this journey. So that's really one thing I wanted to mention. And and one more point I wanted to add here. Hope you will be accepting it, that it is not that easy to completely kill the mammoth. It will come now and then, somewhere it will come back, but we'll have to identify. So that's when I recently learned from you about the judgmental. Don't be judgmental. Like, if something comes, okay, just leave it. And there is, in one more session, you also mentioned about, like, provided enough amount of time, the body heals itself. So
Yes.
that's what God has given us, a very wonderful, body and the mind system. So it is we who are corrupting them by improperly. It is like, if it is a screwdriver, we'll be like, we will not be using it properly only to screw the nuts or bolt.
Yeah.
We'll be rather using it to open this and, tap on that, hammer on that one. Eventually we'll be spoiling the tip like that.
Correct.
So we are spoiling this, by not sleeping properly in time, by not consuming water properly, or, which the food which is not compatible to the body type. So all those things eventually impact the gut. Once the gut get impacted, that again give the a reflex effect. So all these things when we fix, I also wanted to add one more point. Like, we cannot fix all of them completely, but at least a major portion, through the behavioral changes, we can address one at a time, and slowly, gradually, they can correct everything.
Awesome.
So that's the one key thing I learned, and through this transformation I achieved.
Got it. So
I'm
you
still doing.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's health is not just a 3 month or 6 month program. It's about lifelong program.
Of course,
And it's a
yeah.
lifelong living, right?
Yeah.
And the blueprint for health, that's what you discovered for yourself.
Yes, of course, blueprint.
Yes.
And one more point. Yeah, sorry.
Sure.
Now, one more point is that, the digital off time, the night. So that's the thing. I set up myself, like, a daily walking, like, 8K steps.
Awesome.
So initially it started with 6K. Then I understood, like, I could achieve 6K. Why not I go through through the one of the one-on-one you mentioned, like, fix the target of how many steps you wanted to achieve, and that 8K step. So 8K step also achievable. So through that, I got the body movement, and that's one thing. And digital off time, like, by hard and fast rule, like at 9:30 or not later than 10 o'clock, it's completely, I will be done. If not, nowadays we do not have the landline phone. It's got disconnected way long ago. So we have the mobile phone only left with. But at least we can turn off all the radios except the signal from the GSM. So I turn off the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and the data part of the mobile phone, and keeping the mobile little away. So this itself is giving peace at the night. It will not chime in the midnight. It will not give a lot of notifications like ting ting and all. So that is one thing. And the same thing I habituated. My wife also got habituated to that. Turn off all the data and the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and everything by 10 o'clock. And that's another thing. And pitch dark room for sleeping. So that is another thing. And waking up early in the morning, like, I used to wake up and then I will be sleeping, but nowadays I started practicing. I wake up for the prayer, morning prayer, around 5:30 to 6 o'clock time. So from that time onwards, I will not again go back to the bed. So these things are a behavioral correction.
Awesome.
So this impacts give a charged day. And in fact, in religiously also, it says the Almighty, hope you will accept that. So Allah says in Quran that, I gave a lot of barakah in the morning hours. So it is like once who start their day very early morning, they can realize that. So it is like, a lot of good things we'll be getting them in the early hours.
That's a perfectly good way to say it. In Ayurveda, it says how you start your day is how you feel throughout the day. Right?
Exactly.
So if you are starting morning in a great charge, in a great way, waking up early with a prayer, right? In a mindset of gratitude, then you'll keep attracting that, and then attract the abundance in health, the mindset. Great, it's that mammoth of negativity, that mammoth of overthinking. You have taken it on. And I really acknowledge, and I see that transformation in your language, and I see that when you quit your job to move into your business fully and give your heart to your business, right? And I see that courage back in you.
Correct.
Right? and I see
Yeah.
you're sleeping well. I see
Yeah.
you are drinking enough water. I see you're
True.
having your balanced diet. I see you're having your
Exactly.
physical activity. And
Yeah.
that, how has it affected your, digestive system?
Yeah. So by way of this walking, 8K steps in a day,
Mm,
the bowel movement is well.
awesome.
Yeah. And not worrying, not too much of thinking or negativity, all those things, eradicating all of them is giving a very good digestion improvement.
Awesome.
Okay. So that gives that itself, gives a good gut feel.
Awesome.
Okay. So once once the bottom line is fixed, then it is like, you can construct your very good sound mind and body on top of it.
Mm,
Still, I would not say that, it is one time and it is that's all. Once I fixed
of
everything,
course.
it's like, we had to practice them. We had to put them in practice. And that's where this, this 90-10 rule, in fact, I have applied in that day-to-day activity also.
Mm,
So when you say that, 90% of the time when we have food at home, 10% you can have from outside. So likewise, in our every walk of life, some days we may have to stretch up little late, like, 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock,
mm,
but it should be within that percentage of time. It should not go, it should not overeat. It should
yes.
not, it should not go beyond that 10%. We have to
Uh,
be little more conscious about that. And we also have to accept the matter that, okay, when I don't sleep couple of days properly, then the third day I will be feeling something, in my digestive system, maybe acidic
no,
reflux or whatever. So we
correct.
should not get panic. We have to accept
Mm,
that. So
correct.
those way, I again, these things, in fact, I am facing, and then I have faced, and then I accepted. Okay, so this is the reason. Then when I fix it, I can become all right. So same thing I'm following
Awesome.
them, Sachin.
See, I can see that, you're taking those simple, simple things and, powerfully implementing them in your life.
Yeah,
That's very powerful, right? So,
yeah.
Manzoor, I really, really acknowledge you for, taking action and being
Mhm.
coachable and, using the structure powerfully of the community, attending the group calls, you know,
Yeah,
taking in the handouts, the PDFs I gave you, implemented from that, and,
yeah,
taking your life to the next level, taking your health to the
exactly.
next level, taking your digestive health to the next level. So I want to ask you on that context, Manzoor, that many people give these excuses that they have this fear that they cannot be healthy. They overthink about their health, or many people will say, I do not have money to invest in my health. Or so, what is the one mantra or one success nugget about
Mhm.
health which you have learned through the coaching and in the content that you want to share, which you always will live by in your life?
Um, See, that's what, so it's a blueprint, right? So
Okay.
God has not created any human with a poor health.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is because of maybe one or the other thing. I don't say that, the health is something like, we are deciding. So when
Mm,
we don't, when we overeat, then we'll become obese. When we don't do much of activities or much of no actions or anything, then obviously that will impact our skeletal stuff.
stop.
And if we are watching the mobile phone over the night, and then
Mm,
obviously it will impact the body and mind. So these are the things, will become that will overeat, that will become, kind of it, that will grow like a mammoth, and that again will haunt us, saying that, that's all, you are gone, you cannot improve anymore. If you are obese,
mm,
that's all. If you get the, sugar, diabetic, diabetes, or cholesterol, anything, that's all. So there is always a chance to reverse. So provided
mm,
enough amount of time, the body themselves heal, but we have to provide time, and we also
yeah.
have to do a corrective actions, all those things, and ultimately a positive thinking, a hope, like,
Mm,
everything are reversible. So why
yes.
not? Why don't we give a try?
Yes. Very well said, Manzoor. I really loved the point you said that God has not designed human being for ill health. Right.
Yes.
Very well said. And that's the mantra which or the medicine nugget Manzoor
Yes.
is, giving each and everyone who has watched this video till the end, right? And given half a chance, the body will heal itself, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get started on your health journey, just like Manzoor, I've shared a link in the description of this video where you can book a free 1 hour call with me and, get started on your health journey. All right. So, Manzoor, welcome to the Hall of Healers again. Congratulations. Onwards and upwards, Manzoor, and more power to you. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
be healthy, be happy, and remember you are unique. All
Unique.
right. Amazing.